Hey there, tankers. Seattle Forge here, and I've got an interesting one for you. This would go in the informational category. Actually, I'm going to speed this up because light tank battles sped up are funnier. So I'm once again playing my favorite tank at the moment, the Tier 5 Soviet light tank, the T-50. And I'll have to shame bar this one as well because I do have a lot of premium ammo. But I didn't actually do a lot of shooting in this game. I did a lot of spotting. And Prok is a big open map, and I love it. I know a lot of people don't. I don't like playing a big fat heavy on this map, but I do play a lot of lights and mediums, and I do like it for those. And in this map, I want to prove a point, which is that vision wins games. Now, if we take a look across the top bar, we will see that the enemy team doesn't have a light tank, and so spotting rolls should fall to the medium tanks. But when I look at their medium tanks, they don't really have a medium tank that's going to be good for that. The medium tanks they have are all pretty fat. You know, not the fastest things in the world. I'm finally spotted, and artillery is on it. If you don't have vision on this map, you are going to get smashed to pieces by TDs and bushes and by the artillery. And look at that. Got all the Panzer IV-H. Nice job. And unless you have somebody who's willing to actively go out and spot or get the advantageous bush, you're going to have a lot of trouble. Now, our boys on the hill are having some trouble, and they stay on the backside, which is probably smart, but it doesn't get us anywhere close to being able to get a fix on that hill. And my buddy Grizz is out, and I'm going to take a few pops, and I do destroy the engine in the M4. I know that from the post-game stats. And we seem to be able to win the hill by camping it, because they push too hard. Nice, heavy tank number 6 is taken out. But look at how my boys here on 1-2 line are actually moving up, keeping pace with the game. You know, I will go scout the shit out of something if people get into render range of what I spot. And here we pick up a Stug. Get all of that. Spotting is up to 2154 right now, so these boys are really keeping pace with what I'm able to pick up. And the enemy team doesn't really have another tank that can fill this role right now. And I do get lucky that the M44 didn't smash me. Got one spotting in the M44. That's nice. And we finally get to their TD platoon that's camping the back of the map. And they'll get put away. And here we go. And here's where I almost fuck up. Ah! But this tank's mobility and my boys who are on the hill, we are able to make quick work of these 3 tanks. FV304 and 2 Wolverines. There's 1 Wolverine left on the back of the map. I'm up to 2,668 spotting. I'm pretty happy about that. I got a Jackson and a T67 who are going to help me here. The A43 on our team has actually been doing a pretty good job trying to scout as well. We had vision all over these boys, and it is over. Let's take a look at the post-game stats. So it's an ace badge, which I'm really thrilled about. It ended up being 2,706 assistance damage, 916 of my own damage. I spotted up the enemy team, but good. We had 9 original spots. I did assistance damage to 8 different tanks. It was a good spotting effort. Get the patrol duty and get the scout medal. So I get 2 bonds. Sweet. I was rather surprised that I came in second on damage. Came on top in experience, of course, but second on damage. I didn't really actually feel like I had done that much, I guess, until that last part where I ran into the 2 Wolverines and the FV304. It really was about the spotting, but our M44 was really making hay with what I was able to pick up. But the damage on our team is pretty evenly distributed. Just about everybody contributed to the damage in the game, and the enemy team had 6 tanks with 0 damage, and really kind of a poor effort. And I lost money as usual. Not that much because I didn't fire that much, but of the shots I fired, I missed a lot. I mean, my hit rate was really not very good. Fired 24 shots, only 14 hit, 13 penetrations, 4,201 loss. That's a lot less than it usually is. Pretty happy about the experience on this one, but I really want to talk about some of the details in why they make my point that the vision is absolutely essential on this and any map, but particularly Prokhorovka. I don't want to just read to people, but going to do it a bit. So we actually had even numbers of TDs on both teams, even number of SPGs on both teams. What they didn't have were any tanks that could really play that scout role really well. But if you take a look, the enemy team, and I don't think it's all skill, right? I don't think it was a total skill mismatch, but the enemy team, their TDs were firing blind, I think, most of the time, or at... I have to think they're firing blind, or at least only taking partial shots. 48 shots, only 9 hits out of 48 shots for 7 TDs, 6 penetrations. My friends, more shots because they had more to shoot at, 57 shots, 41 hits compared to their 9, 31 penetrations compared to their 6. Just completely unbalanced. On the SPG side, it was pretty much the same. You know that they were probably blinding as well quite a bit. I know I would be if I didn't have any vision. Their enemy SPGs took 12 shots, 3 hits, 3 penetrations, 538 damage total. Actually, the M44 on their team did get some damage, non-penetrating splash damage. So, but our guys, almost double the amount of shots, almost double the amount of hits, almost double the amount of penetrations, and almost 4 times as much damage. Vision wins games.